Hi, I'm Jim Prues, and welcome to this week's edition of World 5.0 Weekly Update. Our top story, President Obama's State of the Union message. President Obama delivered a progressive, populist, impassioned message at the State of the Union last week. Here's a few excerpts from what he said.
We can't ask senior citizens and working families to shoulder the entire burden of deficit reduction while asking nothing more from the wealthiest and the most powerful. We can't just cut our way to prosperity. Our government shouldn't make promises we cannot keep, but we must keep the promises we've already made. Now is our best chance for bipartisan, comprehensive tax reform that encourages job creation and helps bring down the deficit. A once shuttered warehouse is now a state-of-the-art lab where new workers are mastering the 3D printing that has the potential to revolutionize the way we make almost everything. But for the sake of our children and our future, we must do more to combat climate change. Raise the federal minimum wage to $9 an hour. But as Americans, we all share the same proud title. We are citizens.
As someone who's heard a bunch of these State of the Union messages, I can't think of a more hopeful or wide-ranging message from any of our presidents in the past. Two issues. First, while Mr. President has made some remarkable speeches in the past, the day-to-day actions don't always seem like they're designed to support change we can believe in. We can imagine some cases, like closing Guantanamo Bay, that just engender too much resistance from the shadow government. Other policies, like those dealing with hemp and weed, leave me scratching my head. Second, even if he's as sincere and serious as he appears, the Republican majority in the House and the filibustering minority in the Senate pretty much assure us that meaningful change is going to be hard to come by. That said, we have had some success, even with the many Neanderthals that roam Washington and the halls of Congress. And hopefully, legislation with integrity will still be forthcoming. Of course, I remind that we need not be passive about all this. Emails, letters, protests, and votes, they all have consequences. We must rise up. In other news, shit's all screwed up all over the place like it's been for some while. Hunger, war casualties, environmental destruction, broke-ass folks and broke-down support systems. Perhaps a new cultural operating system is in order. On the plus side, President Hugo Chavez was finally able to return to his beloved Venezuela after 2 months of cancer treatment in Havana. And his return has dashed the hopes of elitists who hope to return Venezuela to imperial darkness. We won't discuss the imperial powers that might be behind that. Jimmy Carter said their democracy is the best in the world. And this fellow seems to agree.
You want to see real democracy in America? You better look towards Venezuela.
Welcome to the space here, our 513 Jubilee. I'm here with my natural healing jewelry, tools for natural healing, sacred geometry and sacred forms, and healing stones that have been used all over the world for thousands of years.
All these products that are here today and all these vendors, basically these products won't kill you, they'll make you better, they'll make you happier and healthier. So I mean that's kind of why we're here today.
And the intention is to do sustainable practices with food systems in the yard, and then also eco-friendly remodeling.
And it's all natural all the time is our theme, so if it's not natural, we don't do it. But we really emphasize doing things without synthetic dyes and chemicals.
This is basically micro sizes of water molecules, expands, vasodilates the veins, arteries, and capillaries to fullest potential. And these people are not sweating or perspiring, they're just gaining energy right now.
So we're using local honey and local maple syrup and trying to buy as many things as we can from the local farmers and being a part of the community.
That's a company that promotes healthy, good foods, and I've been doing a raw food diet for about 4 years, so we're launching a raw food products.
The purpose of it is just to exfoliate and remove the dry skin so that all the nutrients can penetrate the skin and give you a radiant, beautiful skin.
Basically what I do is I take an evaluation of their scalp, and of their hair strand, and of the follicle and what condition it's in, and then I determine from that what the right process is.
Then I also have Liberty, Works, hot sauce. This is of the hottest of the three. We have Sweet Hot Mama, Kiss Me Mama, and then Too Hot for Mama.
We start with the Nigerian dwarf goat milk that we process the milk without heating it up, so it's all natural milk, and then we incorporate it into our product.
I like to think of it as a living multivitamin. It's full of protein and fiber, and it's just really good for you, and everybody should try it.
Basically what we do is we find what is underlying in your body. We have a protocol that we use whole food supplements from Standard Process to correct 5 different kinds of stressors that affect the body.
We are teaching people how to get themselves healthy and well with different products, food solutions, water solutions, different technologies that are in the world today that can benefit them.
The merits of public transit are clear and well documented. We need an ecology of transportation options to create a thriving city. Well, the streetcar project has run into another snag, with the bids to lay down track coming in at $70 million when the city has $44 million budgeted. On the heels of the mess with Duke Energy about moving power lines, it's clear that this project needs an effective management team. Thank you, city government, for again showing your level of competence. On the plus side again, the story I'm really excited about was our first 513 Jubilee held this weekend in Pleasant Ridge, where about 50 local food producers, artisans, and retailers met, hung out, and began developing Cincinnati's local roots enterprise. Here's a bit more from the event.
We're looking at a bright future here and changing the face of Cincinnati's distribution networks.
The Tarahumara, they carry a little bag of this and some cornmeal, mix it with honey and a little creek water, and they can run hundreds of miles.
Talk to the individuals about what are the causes of these issues, which are a little bit deeper than what normally we would think. Those issues might be something like what they're eating.
We're really here to celebrate what it means to be local, specifically what it means to be local Cincinnati. And we're here to celebrate each other, to celebrate community, to celebrate health and wellness.
This is the beginning of creating our new operating system on the ground with tangible efforts and tangible results. Stay tuned. Well, that's our show for this week. Tune in again next week when we'll do something. You know, it's rather peculiar in these times of great woes, but somehow it seems to me that we're exactly where we need to be.